Hello Year 7s. In this video we're going to have a look at an introduction to equations. Equations are used widely in mathematics and in many other fields. Whenever two things are equal, or should be equal, there is the potential to use the study of equations to help deal with such a situation. Knowledge of mathematics and physics is vitally important to designing theme park rides, for example. Dreamworld on the Gold Coast, Queensland, has a ride called the Claw, which swings 32 people upwards at 75 kilometers an hour to a maximum height of 27 meters. That's about 9 stories, simultaneously spinning 360 degrees at 5 revolutions per minute. The Claw is the most powerful pendulum ride on the planet, and it's built to scare. But how did engineers use equations to build these model rides? They used a computer so that the safety limits could be determined in a virtual reality where no one gets injured. The equations they used were used to determine the dimensions and strength of the structure required to deal safely with combined forces of weight, speed, and varying movement. Passengers might scream with a mixture of terror and excitement, but they must return unharmed to Earth. So then, what exactly is an equation? Simply, it means to make things equal. Similar to the word equator, which you might know is the line which divides the northern and the southern hemispheres of the Earth. Well, an equation is a mathematical statement used to say that two expressions have the same value. It always consists of two expressions, one on the left-hand side and one on the right-hand side, and they're separated by an equal sign. For example, 3 plus 3 equals 6, or 30 equals 2 times 15, or 100 minus 30 equals 60 plus 10. All of these would be considered examples of true equations. This means that the left-hand side has the same value as the right-hand side. However, not all equations have to be true. For example, 2 plus 2 equals 17, or 5 minus 3, 5 equals 3 minus 1, or 10 plus 15 equals 12 plus 3. Now these are all equations, but they are examples of false equations. So if the left-hand side does not have the same value of the right-hand side, then we say it's a false equation. Let's see if you can identify an equation. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Well, let me help you think this through. Well, does it have a left-hand side? Yes. Does it have a right-hand side? Yes. Does it have an equal sign in between them? Yes. So would you say that this is an equation? Yes, it is. Let's try another one. Equals 3 plus u. What do you think? Is this an equation? Did you say no? Well, you would be correct. While this does have an equal sign and a right-hand side, it doesn't have a left-hand side. Remember, the point of equations is for us to compare the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Let's have a look at one last one. 7 plus 7 equals 18. What do you think? Is this an equation? Yes, it is an equation. Why? Well, it has a left-hand side, a right-hand side, and an equal sign. But wait a minute, you might say. 7 plus 7 doesn't equal 18? Well, remember, just because the left-hand side doesn't equal the right-hand side, that doesn't mean it's not an equation. It just means that this example is a false equation.